This is my third take. The first two I messed up. 5 out of 10. Um, so I'm plugged in, but I think I've done some other videos where I've been plugged in and I forgot to say it. So, if it ever falls, I mean, it usually doesn't, but if it ever falls, you'll know why. But I think I'm going to just stop saying it because my phone battery has gone to crap. So I basically just got to keep it plugged in all the time. But I've had it for almost 4 years, probably 3.5. I got it like September 2014, and now I have it now. So, and I've had that. It's been that same phone since. So, yeah. Usually, the last several phones I had, I only kept for like 2 years. So it's expected, but yeah. So, anyways, uh, what's there to say? I didn't. So like the reviews were mediocre. And I haven't seen the Hunger Games movies. I've heard that they're okay, but I was kind of forced. I don't know. We were on a road trip, and my mom read the book, and like I could have listened to something probably, but she was kind of like, you guys, we should all listen to this, and so she read the book. And I haven't seen them. I've heard that they're good, but like I just don't. I didn't really like the book, and so I don't know why I'd like the movies. But I do really like Jennifer Lawrence, so maybe I should at some point. But the director of this is the director of the last three, which people consider the best. Well, the second and the fourth. Um, I think a lot of people go second, fourth, first, third, or maybe second, first, fourth, third. But I know that I think a lot of people really hate the third because why split them up into two parts? But anyways, he did the last three Hunger Games, which I think all at least I don't know. He did the best reviewed Hunger Games, and he's he's done a couple other things, but that's what he's most notable for. So I know that he's a semi-successful director, but I don't think I've seen anything that I can say, oh yeah, I saw that movie that he did, and so I have a point of reference. I just know that he's successful. So, I wasn't that interested in that aspect, and this felt a little out of place of what he, at least, is most popular and successful for doing. But then, like I said, I love Jennifer Lawrence. Joel Edgerton's really good too. But I'm not, he could do something bad. Um, but I usually don't think he does. I think he's usually pretty good. Um, and then, like, I guess I don't really like spy movies because I went with my mom and my dad, and they said it was fine. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, you must not like spy movies or it wasn't for you. And I'm like, no, this was right up my alley. I mean, for most of it, I was like, well, this isn't that good, but it's right up my alley, so it's going to coast and get a fresh. But, it just, I would say the first half was good. I mean, not great, and probably about a 5, but I like it was everything that I really like for this kind, like in the serious realm. Obviously, I like comedy and like light stuff, but it was just exactly what I wanted and right up my alley. So it was a little bit of a bias. So I was going to give it a 6. But then it went on for too long. The plot got too convoluted. They did way too much, and it got so boring. Like it was already kind of boring, but like I was okay with it. But then it just got more boring, and I stopped caring. And then at one point I was like, I'm confused because I don't know. I guess I must have stopped listening or something because I got bored. But I was like, what? And so then it just all fell apart, and I fell asleep for a couple minutes. My dad says maybe like 10 to 20 minutes, but I am pretty sure that I remember like like her going into a room, and then I woke up and like she was still in that room. So I don't know. I probably look like I'm asleep the whole time, so he probably thought that I was asleep for a lot longer, but or maybe I was, but I know that I fell asleep for a couple minutes, and then I woke back up, and before and after I fell asleep, I was forcing myself. So I was like, come on, no, I don't want to do this, because I like Jennifer Lawrence, and I wanted to stay awake because I liked the beginning so much. But it just, I don't know. And then, like, the ending was okay, but, like, I didn't know why, and it's severely declined in quality as it went on. Not that it started out in that good a quality. Um, but yeah, I just, it's okay. It's decently directed. Jennifer Lawrence is great. Joel Edgerton is fine. I haven't seen like enough from him. I don't think to know what Joel Edgerton is, but it felt just kind of like Joel Edgerton, which isn't bad, but isn't necessarily good. But that was about it. And Jennifer Lawrence wasn't necessarily that good. I mean, maybe it's just that I didn't necessarily love her that much. But for playing a Russian person, I don't think she's ever really done like a different nationality. Is that the word? I think she's done like different types of characters, but I think they've all like been like American. So it's very interesting seeing her do that and have an accent, and the accent was fine. Um, but I felt like the writing was flawed a little bit. I mean, the direction was flawed too. I mean, they were both equally flawed up until it started to get convoluted. I felt like it was still decently directed during then, and it was well paced and whatever. But it just started like I didn't know why we had to do this much, and it was pretty well shot too. The colors were great, but um, it was I don't know. It kind of worked at first, but then it started to look a little boring because it was like gray. But there was an emphasis on red, obviously, because it's Red Sparrow, and what else? I don't really remember a score. Would have been nice if there was a score. One of the big things was I wish there had been more action. I wasn't. I mean, well, no. I was expecting an action movie based on the trailers. But I would have been fine if it wasn't an action movie. I just figured that there'd be a little more than there was. Um, cause like I don't know, based on the trailers, I thought they were trying to compete with like other action movies that had come out, and I think there's other female lead action movies so that are coming out or something. I don't know. I went in expecting an action movie, and then like he's done the Hunger Games, and so it's like okay, that's what you expect. But there's barely any action. Like honestly, the most action like parts aren't really like action with like guns or like fighting a person that you're like staking out or something. It's just like I don't want to spoil it, but it's just like not even casual. It's just I don't know. It's just it honestly it felt like it was cool kind of, but like also kind of gross, but then also a little forced. But it helped. If there had been more of that, maybe it would have been different. It was so brutal though that I would have maybe liked to see more. It would have made it a little bit different, but yeah. It's decently directed. It's decently written. But the writing went out a little bit at the end, or maybe the direction. I don't know. I just felt like the stuff that was being shown was a little too much. The performances are fine. It's decently shot. It's the color and score, and it's all okay. Maybe if it hadn't been so long and so convoluted, if they had like cut the time down and just made it a little more simple of a plot, and maybe not the ending that it had, I would have liked it more. But or maybe if it had, well, not if it had just been a training movie, but yeah, if it had just been, I think if it had just been shorter, that probably would have fixed it. And then it would have been nice if it was like an action movie. Like it would have been really cool to see her train, and then she becomes this like really badass like I would have she started out very like I guess innocent kind of. It would have been really cool to see her like become not but then like struggling with it maybe, and then like she gets this really tough assignment with Joel Edgerton. That's kind of what I thought it was going to be. And someone I just thought, so Proud Mary, I didn't get it, but I thought it was kind of supposed to go along with that. Last year, Atomic Blonde, that's also I believe it was Death Wish was the first time I saw Meet Cable in the trailers. I was like, oh great, and I don't think my dad had seen it. It was the edited version, and Death Wish is R, and I was like, really? Then it was on again today, and I was like, yay, it's gonna be edited, and then it was edited, and I'm like, this is R too, right? I think it's R. I don't know. Some of this, it's probably got to be R. I think there was enough in there to make it R, but yeah, it sucks that Meat Cable's in there edited. It's not quite as good, and it bugs me. But I forget what I was gonna say. But yeah, so overall, it's all right. It's got like a 52. It's got like a actually I checked 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think it would have changed in the last like 10-20 minutes. And then 56 user, then a 6.7 user on IMDb, and like a 50 something Metacritic. I think the 50s are all right because I said a 5 out of 10. But yeah, so that's it. Kind of disappointed. I wasn't expecting something to be good, but I wanted to like it because it looked like it would be right up my alley. But I just didn't. So thanks for watching, guys. Press that like button if you like the video. Press that subscribe button if you like me. Comment below. Have you seen this? If you have, what you think about it? Do you like it more than the Hunger Games? Probably not. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.